Eso. Eso, qué bárbaro. Cuidado, cuidado.
Guatemalan security forces on Monday cleared a road of hundreds of migrants in a caravan bound for the United States. After an intense standoff overnight, during which police used sticks to try to beat back the mostly Honduran migrant group. The clash Sunday night was the latest effort by Guatemalan authorities to break up the caravan, which officials said numbered close to 8,000 people within hours of its departure for the U.S. from Honduras last week. About 2,000 of the migrants installed themselves on the road after they clashed with Guatemalan security forces during a failed effort to make their way past. The Guatemalan government said groups of migrants looked for alternative routes after the clearance. It was unclear how many were turning back altogether. The migrants included families with young children. Many say they are fleeing poverty and lawlessness in a region rocked by the coronavirus pandemic and 2 hurricanes in November. The first migrant caravan of the year comes just days before the inauguration of U.S. President-elect Joe Biden, who promised to adopt a more humane approach to migration than outgoing President Donald Trump, who favored a hardline approach. Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador on Monday warned migrants not to try to enter countries by force and said he was in touch with both the outgoing and incoming U.S. administrations over the migrant caravan.
2 Ezra 16, verse 38, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the children come forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. Call Halayim La, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who still rebel in sound doctrine. Peace, blessings, and safety to the elect of the nation of Israel. What you just saw was a caravan of migrants or pilgrims, okay, traveling, fleeing oppression, fleeing poverty. And those are indeed Israelites. Okay, that's why they fit these prophecies. That's why they have always fit the prophecies, because those people are Israelites. So-called Guatemalans, Hondurans would be the tribe of Zebulon or Zabalawan in the Hebrew. And he said that was a caravan. Let's look up the definition of caravan. Cause you might hear caravan, you might think of a Chrysler truck. I mean a Chrysler van. A caravan. It says
Caravan.
A company of travelers on a journey through desert or hostile regions. So that is what that is. And it said there was about I don't know if it was 8,000 or 5,000 of them. That's a huge amount of people traveling in a pack. It's called a caravan. It says a company of travelers on a journey through desert or hostile regions. A group of vehicles. So that's what it is, and that's what we just saw. Let's go to the definition of pilgrims. Pilgrim.
Pilgrim.
One who journeys in foreign lands. Yeah, because we're all from the land of Israel. You know, we're all from the land of Israel, and we've been scattered throughout the 4 corners of the planet Earth. You know, but Jacob shall return. You know, and there's going to be a great deliverance out of the land of the north, North America. So they may be coming to North America because Honduras, Guatemala is right on that region that connects North and South America. But the great deliverance is going to come out of the land of the North. It says, one who journeys in foreign lands, one who travels to a shrine or a holy place as a devotee. Um, 2 Ezra 16:40, O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle. And in those evils, what evils? The evils that's coming upon the earth right now, the plagues, the famines, the pestilence, the poverty, the violence, the war, the civil wars. The Lord said, be even as pilgrims upon the earth. See, we're going to have to be pilgrims soon come. Soon come. That's not going to be the only caravan in the world. There's going to be many different caravans like that. Okay, there's going to be many different caravans like that. Let's see, Hebrews 11:13. These all died in faith, not having received the promise, but having seen them afar off. Right. So all of our previous forefathers, they didn't actually receive the promise in their life, but they're about to inherit the promise in this life. Okay, they're about to inherit that same promise that they didn't receive in their past lives. They're about to inherit it now in this life. And that's what we're on this pilgrimage to. Hebrews 11:13, though these all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off, and were persuaded of them, and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth. So we are already strangers and pilgrims because we're not from this land. We're not from this land. We were born Gentiles, strangers from the covenant and the commonwealth of Israel. Okay, but we're gonna be put into a state. Certain of us are gonna be put into a state where we will literally be going from place to place with no certain dwelling place. That's in 1 Corinthians, the 4th chapter. No certain dwelling place. Yahweh said, "Foxes have holes, the birds have nests, but the Son of Man have not to where to lay his head." So the Lord was just going from place to place. The Lord was a pilgrim. 1 Peter 2:11, dearly beloved, I beseech you as strangers and pilgrims, abstain from fleshly lusts which war against the soul. Second Ezra 8 and verse 39, but I will rejoice over the dispensation of the righteous, and I will remember also their pilgrimage, and the salvation and the reward that they shall have. You see, we have been going through this pilgrimage. Let's get that word, pilgrimage. A journey of a pilgrim. The course of life on earth. You see? So this has been the course of the life of the Israelites being told. The story that is being told of the Israelites is a story of pilgrimage. That's what this is. First Corinthians. Actually, let's go to that that word pilgrimage in the blue letter. Let's get it in the Greek. It says, dearly beloved, I beseech you as strangers and pilgrims. So let's go to that word pilgrims.
Strong's G 3927. Parepidemas. Parepidemas.
Parepidemas. It says one who comes from a foreign country into a city or land to reside there by the side of the natives, a stranger sojourning in a strange place, a foreigner. Yeah, and we are in that strange place right now, pursuant to Jeremiah 17 verse 4. It says, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, right? Because this is a strange land. We don't know this land. In the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger which shall burn forever. Let's see. Bear with me. Psalms 137 verse 4. How shall we sing Yahweh Shemiah Shai's song in a strange land? Right, so this is that strange land, America. So when you read Psalms 137, it's talking about Babylon. Psalms 137 verse 1. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yeah, we wept when we remembered Zion, when we remembered Jerusalem. Verse 4. How shall we sing Yahweh Shemiah Shai's song in a strange land? Right, because when we were slaves, they required us for entertainment. They wanted us to sing, they wanted us to tap dance, they wanted us to fight each other to the death. So that's what King David was saying. How can we sing Yahweh Shemiah Shai's song in a strange land, being pilgrims here? That's the definition of pilgrim in 1 Peter 2 and 11. Sojourning in a strange place, a foreigner. In reference to heaven as the native country, one who sojourns on earth. That's beautiful. That's the one we want. In the New Testament, metaphoric in reference to heaven as the native country. So the heaven, the Shemayim, is our true, which really is talking about that first estate of us being gods on the earth. That's where we're originally from. That's our native country, that first estate. But now we're sojourners in these everlasting chains of darkness. Okay. 1 Corinthians 4. See, and this is how you get all the meat off the bone, by going into these words. 1 Corinthians 4 and 10. We are fools for Hamashiach's sake, but ye are wise in Hamashiach. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised. Even unto this present hour we both hunger and thirst, and are naked, and are buffeted, and have no certain dwelling place. So the apostles, it's going to come a point in time where the apostles are not going to have a certain dwelling place. It says to wander about, to rove without a settled abode. Pilgrims. This is what's coming for the hopeful elect. You know, the majority of the hopeful elect. This is what's coming for us. It says homeless. Damn. It says to be non-stationary, i.e. figuratively homeless, have no certain dwelling place. So is brothers and sisters prepared to potentially be homeless for Yahweh Shemiah Shai? To potentially be homeless and pilgrims to receive that promise. You know, before receiving that promise. That's why the scriptures say, and you see, this is already happening to our people. This is already happening to the northern kingdom, so-called Hispanics. That's why I'm bringing this out. Which other Apostle Tahar posted this video, a clip of this video too. But I just wanted to expound on it. Revelation 12 and 11, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, which is our propitiation, the blood of the Lamb, Yahweh Shai. It says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And our testimony is the spirit of prophecy, because that's the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Our testimony is not the law. Our testimony is the spirit of prophecy. That's our testimony, because that's the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Okay? But you people love Moses, which we love Moses also. But we understand that Moses was a shadow of things to come. We understand that we don't lean on Moses now. Okay? But you people trust in Moses. And Moses is your accuser. You know? He brought forth the law, and that law accuses you. But Yahweh Shai frees us. Revelation 12 and 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto the death. See, we're not going to love our lives to the death, even if it means that we have to be homeless for a short period of time. just a short period of time compared to eternity, compared to everlasting life. And that is the hour of temptation. If the mark of the beast is sin, then you guys have to break down what the heck is the hour of temptation. Revelation 3:10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Temptation. It says an experiment, attempt, trial, proving, the trial made of you by a bodily condition, since conditions serve to test the love of the Galatians toward Paul. So this is going to test us with our bodily conditions. It says trial of man's fidelity, which is their belief, integrity, virtue, constancy, and enticement to sin. That's when that RFID chip is going to be made mandatory. They're going to make it mandatory for you to have a maximation in order to work. This is the hour of temptation. You know, you brothers with newer cars, it may come a day where you're going to have to, switch your career. You flip over to Uber. That's why the apostles, Apostle Tahar already does the Uber or the Lyft thing, because they foresee that day coming. Well, we're going to have to rely on different avenues of income. Okay? It says an enticement to sin, temptation, whether arising from the desires or the outward circumstances. So the outward circumstances may be for us that we will have to be homeless. It says an external temptation. It's like an internal temptation. Third definition of the condition of things or mental state by which we are enticed to sin or to a lapse from the faith and holiness, right? So Esau is setting up a system that would potentially elapse our faith and our holiness, our ability to be separate. It says adversity, affliction, trouble, Jacob's trouble, which the northern kingdom is already in Jacob's trouble, as you can see. It says sent by the Most High and serving to test and prove one's character, faith, holiness. So this is going to be a process of proving our character, man. Proving our integrity, proving our fidelity, or whether we be infidels, which is unbelievers. Whether we were doing all this in vain, whether we were, putting up these lessons and going out to our ways and byways and laughing and cussing out Esau, but we wasn't really in that thing for real. It says rebellion against the Most High, by which his power and justice are, as it were, to put the proof and challenged to show themselves. A putting to proof by experiment. So the Lord is Yahweh Shem Yahushai is doing an experiment right now with Esau Edom, man. He's using Esau as means of experimentation to see which of these Israelites are truly believers in him and which of them are not. It says solicitation, discipline, or provocation, by implication, adversity, temptation. Okay? So this is what's coming, for some of us, man. And Yahweh Shem Yahushai Ratazah, we endure to the end. My name is Brother Yaquam Konya Sharala Shalom.